I'm Alok Kumar. My roll number is B21149. Our team members are Divyanshu, Verma, Kunal, Gunawat, Abhinav, Arya, Kishan, Kumar, Prateek, Patel. We are group number 39. Now, problem statement. Our problem statement was resume parser. In this, basically, we have to extract some important data such as name, skills, designation, college, email ID, phone number, etc. from a given resume in a PDF format. After that, we have to match the skills with predefined job profile skills such as computer science and data science, etc., and give the similarity score with that job profile. For that, here we have used the idea of NLP and NER, and we have used Spacey library for the task related to NLP.
Hello, myself Prateek. My roll number is B21018 and I am going to explain about what NLP is. NLP basically means natural language processing. NLP is a branch of artificial intelligence concerned with giving the computers the ability to understand text and spoken words in much the same way as we human beings do. NLP drives computer program that translate text form from one language to another, respond to spoken commands and summarize large volume of text rapidly even in real time. Here we are working on text data which is similar kind of human language, so we have used NLP here.
Hello, this is Kunal Gunawat and my roll number is B21156. So basically, NER stands for Name Entity Recognizer, is an application of natural language processing. This model is used where we have to label the data from a chunk of data. It involves the identification of key information in the text and classification into a set of predefined categories. An NER system is capable of discovering entity elements from raw data and determines the category the elements belongs to. In simple words, we have a text of 100 words, and if we want to label all the fruits in this text fruit, then we will use NER. There are different ways of implementing NER. Even Spacey provide a pretend model on NER which can be customized with different data. Here in our project, we also have to label skills, name, college, designation, etc. from a chunk of text. So we are using this. But since the pre-trained model label different thing, so we customize that model with our own data. Thus we have used custom NER here. Now moving on to next slide, that is the libraries that we have used are like JSON, RE, Spacey and Maths, etc. Now handing over to my colleague Abhinav.
Hello, I am Abhinav Arya, roll number B21001. My contribution was to convert the data frame into a spacey. In a spacey, we need a format containing text and their annotation of each entity that was labeled with end and start. But the dataset given was in JSON format where entity was stored in dictionary, but we need in list. So here we have converted data given dataset in spacey format. For that, first we read the JSON file dataset and then we removed the \n from each sample and then processed each sample where we removed dictionary and used list and stored this new format in a list and return it.
Hello, Kishan here. My roll number is B21053. I have done the trim span part of our project. Basically, in this function, what we did is we just remove the leading and trailing spaces from each entity and end of each level. We just iteratively visited each data sample and then to entity and check if any leading and trailing white space exists. If exists, then we adjusted the end and start accordingly. This was required because while training SPC cannot handle leading and trailing white space. Now my group member Alok will be presenting.
Hello, I'm Alok Kumar, roll number B21149. So, here is the sample dataset that is processed till now. We can see that in each sample, first we have the data content and then the annotations of different level in the list of list. Next. Now, once we are done with the basic processing, such as removing extra white spaces and other unnecessary things, we have to prepare the data for training. Since we are training data for any array species, it requires a specific format called docbin. Docbin is nothing but more serialized and efficiently saved data to process data efficiently. It is almost similar to the data format that was shown earlier. So here we have converted the data into docbin format. Along with this, we have also eliminated the overlapping entity that already exists in the given data. It is also a part of pre-processing. Overlapping entity means two entity spans labeled differently was overlapping. This was data inconsistency, so we have to remove it. Now, once we removed it, the data is converted into docbin and then we save the data sample as training.spacey in the same directory. Then here we have 267 data samples. Yep. After this, here we have used the base config file that contains all the parameters required for the training in spacey. Set the parameters like number of iterations and which pipelines to be used etc in the base config file, and then run the following command. It trains the model iteratively. Here we have trained the model for 10,000 iterations. This is the slide showing the evaluation for after every 200 iterations. Our final F score was 0.93. After training is over, the trained model gets saved in output folder in the same directory, and we can load that model anytime using that path. Now, here we have load the model that we have saved and then tried on a sample resume. Here we can see the output. Here it has it has labeled the name, email address, degree, skills, etc. So thus handing over to Divyanshu.
My name is Divyanshu Verma. My roll number is B21153. Now I'm going to discuss about one of the most important part of our model, cosine similarity and displacy. Now we have a CV of a candidate and we want to compare that this CV is job specific or not, or this candidate is worthy for the job or not. How we will do this? We can do this using cosine similarity. Here's a function for cosine similarity. X is job required, skills, and Y is candidate's skill. We use word tokenize function. Basically, word tokenize function splits a given sentence into words. Example, if we have skills like C++, Java, data structure, and algorithm in one sentence, then word tokenize splits this sentence and stores separate words in a list. X list contains all the skills that are required for the job, and Y list contains skills that candidate have. In this for loop, we are checking whether the candidate's skill is in job requirement skill or not. If yes, then append it to L2 empty list, otherwise not. Now we are applying our formula cosine angle between x and y, basically which is equals to x multiplied by y divided by magnitude of x multiplied by magnitude of y multiplied by 0.5. This cosine angle results a value between -1 and 1. 1 represent most likely and -1 represent least likely candidate for this job. This piece of code is written to identify the skills of a candidate from his or her CV. Let's look at what displacy is. Displacy function is mainly used to visualize the dependencies and also the named entities in browser or in Jupyter Notebook. I have created a skills function. Let's see what it does. Now, if we have a n number of CVs, we take them one by one using for loop, opening the file, reading it, and then we will go to each page and extract the text. During the extraction of text, sometimes special character and symbols also added to our text. It is very important to remove those symbols and characters. Now we use NLP to generate or to extract information from the text that is saved from the CV. Remember, this information is based to the information by which we train our model. Now, with the help of displacy, we will highlight the extracted information. Moving to next slide. So, this is the CV on which we have tested our model. Our resume parser highlighted the name, skills, designation, etc. We have also tested our model on other CVs. Here's the result. Here's the output for 7 unseen resume. Highlighted text is labeled, and after each resume, we have also shown the similarity score.